Now we will see what is the capacitance of an isolated spherical capacitor. So just consider this is nothing but the isolated, that is one sphere. So you can find the potential at a distance r. We know that its value, so which is nothing but V is equals to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. And again, according to the principle of your capacitor, so Q is directly proportional to V, so which Q is equals to C into V, then that is a Q upon V is equals to C. So Q upon, that is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R is equals to C. So this Q will get cancelled, and you can write it down that C is equals to your 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So again, we know the value of your 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So that is generally we used to write as a 9 into 10 to the power minus 9. So with this value, if you just put it over here, so obviously that is a very huge value of your capacitance. So you can say that, so obviously we can just put it this value, so that is a 1 upon 9 into 10 to the power minus 9 into R. So this is nothing but the value of your capacitance. So that's why we are saying that to make a capacitor of 1 farad, you just required the radius, which is a very huge, that is almost the size of your, you can say that, earth. So it is almost impossible to just make this capacitor of your 1 farad because of this value of your this capacitance. So this is nothing but about your isolated spherical capacitor. Next one, that spherical capacitor, just this is the cross sectional area which I have taken. The inner surface is of radius A, and let the outer surface is of radius B. Now you have to move the charge from this outer sphere towards the inner sphere, or that direction has been mentioned over here. So what I will do, according to this Gauss law, I will select one Gaussian surface of radius R over here. Then I will find the flux which is going to cross through this surface area. So that phi is equals to integration of your E bar dot ds bar, and which is nothing but equivalent to your total charge upon epsilon naught. So which you can say E is constant, then you can say that that is a 4 pi r square, again Q upon epsilon naught. So you just get the expression for that your electric field intensity, which is 4 pi upon, that is epsilon naught into r square. We know that again you can find the value of potential, so that is your E bar dot dl bar. Then again we are saying that you're moving it from A to B, so the direction of your E and dl, they're always opposite. So you can just consider that this is your minus will become plus, this is A to B, and again you can write down that is a E bar dot dl bar. So just putting these values A to B, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square into this dl, instead of this dl you can consider it as a dr. So now Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant term, and you have to just take the integration of your r raised to minus 2 into dr, and the limits are from A to B, so which becomes Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is r 10 to the power minus 1 upon your minus 1, and the limits are from A to B. So further you can simplify it as a Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is a minus 1 upon r, so minus 1 upon B plus 1 upon A. So in short, you will get the potential between these plates, and also now you can find the value of your capacitance, which is Q upon V. So that is how you can just put put these values over here, this Q upon this potential. So obviously you can say that this QQ will get cancelled, and you will just get that is a Q upon this Q 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon A minus 1 upon B. Fine. So say that, so that capacitance, now just you can write it down, that is a 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon A minus 1 upon B. So this is the value of your spherical capacitor. So that is 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon A minus 1 upon B. So we just gone through that procedure where we have got the value of this E, which is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square, and then finally we have got the expression for capacitance for that your spherical one. So now if I consider that cylindrical capacitor, so there are two cylinders, the cross sectional area I have considered, the inner one is having the radius is A, outer one is having the radius B. The same procedure you have to follow. Consider one Gaussian surface, so definitely you have to find the flux which is going to pass through it, so that phi is equals to your integration of your E bar dot, you can say that is a ds bar Q upon epsilon naught. Further you can find the value of that E, so that E you will get, which is lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught your R. So that is the value of E you will get. So after that, now you have to find the value of potential, so that is again same, minus from A to B E bar dot dl bar. So just put these values of your E and dl, and then again find the value of that capacitance over here finally, so which you will get that is a 2 pi epsilon naught L ln of your B by A. So finally this is the expression for your capacitance in terms of this for cylindrical capacitor.